DJ Cyrus and Audio Junkie.
What a great drug that was.
So today on Crafty Radio, we interview a man that's been on the scene longer than the scene itself. From the early days mixing hip-hop, soul and house, through today when he lays down hardcore slammer after hardcore slammer. This DJ's individual mixing ability sees him playing virtually every major hardcore gig in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honour to introduce to you the legendary scratch master, DJ Cy. Welcome to the show, mate. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, bro. Not too bad. How are you?
Good, yeah, not so bad.
Good.
So everyone knows you've been on the hardcore circuit for years. How's the scene changed for you since the old school days of Obsession and Fantasia?
Not really that much, apart from the music. Obviously, it's moved on and it's become. It's stayed at sort of 175 BPM for the last 10 years or so. So since about 95, it's been around about the 170, 175 BPM sort of mark, and it's obviously split and become mainly happy, as it's called. You know, it's not called happy hardcore anymore, but it's sort of generally uplifting. Whereas back in the early days when I started, it was a lot more varied. Although there is still a lot of varied stuff, you know, in the modern hardcore, but not as much as it was when I first started, to be honest.
Top stuff. So between then and now, what's been your most memorable gig?
People always ask me that. I think it's still got to be really that the Fantasia at Maxim Stadium in Bournemouth, which I did. I think it was in 92 or 91, 92. The reason being, I was doing a late set, so I actually went to sleep before I did it. Sort of got up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, drove down to Bournemouth, drove down this sort of dark country lane and deserted. There wasn't any cars or anything there. I thought, you know, I've got the right place. Drove around the corner, parked up, walked up about sort of a couple of 100 yards, and then just round the corner, you just sort of walk into this massive stadium. The sun was just coming up. You know, there's about 12,000 people there, all just going off their tits. And it was just absolutely, you know, it's what it's all about, really.
Good.
Wicked.
So the next True Hardcore's due out soon.
Indeed.
What can the ravers expect from Sign Unknown this time round?
Same sort of thing as last time, really. Just we've improved our production even more, we think. So listen out for the sort of improved production. Just sounds a lot fatter. We've got a mixture of, like we did in the last one, some big vocal tracks, which have only sort of just been starting to play out, actually, because we're trying to keep it fairly fresh for the album. There's a Kurt remix of Making Me Wanna Dance, which is obviously a big anthem. Loads of little instrumental, cheeky little numbers, a couple of remixes, a couple of bits from other labels. Got one from Brisk and Ham, which is a right sort of stompy, pumping track. Another one from Seduction, some other bits and pieces, so it's all good. It's all good mixture.
It's an eagerly awaited album.
Indeed.
So tell us a little bit more about your label Quash Records. What's coming out? What's new?
Quash, it was formed in 94, so it's been going for 14 years now, which is quite unbelievable when you think about it. But yeah, we're up to just put out Quash Limited Edition 12, which is like our sub-label. That's like for sort of extra special releases. That's on release 12. That's Devotion remix and the Making Me Wanna Dance remix. That came out this week. And on the main label Quash, we are just about to put promos out of 86, which is a track called Don't Leave Me Now, which was on the first album, which loads of people are still after. And 85 has just come out on full release. That's that track called What a Great Drug, which is like an instrumental thing that loads of people are emailing me about. It's just a really sort of different, quirky track. And it's just been going down really well.
Good stuff. So do you have a website or a MySpace page where the ravers can check out what's new from Quash, what you've been up to, gig dates, etc.?
Yeah, you can download all the all the releases on Quash from the most recent back to 50. So sort of since about 2001, I think that is. So basically like sort of last 6-7 years of releases. QuashRecords.com, QUOSH Records.com. And you can also check me personally on myspace.com/DJ Cy Quash Records.
Excellent. Will do. Well, thanks for chatting to us tonight.
No worries, bro.
Good luck with everything in the future and True Hardcore and everything.
Thank you, mate.
And we'll speak to you soon.
Yeah, nice one, mate. Keep it up.
See you later, mate.
Cheers, man. Bye.